Hi everyone. It's okay. Thanks for coming. My name is Vincenzo Spina, and today we're going to talk about stone promotion, how to promote stone materials rightly in a globally competitive market. A bit about myself. I'm from Carrara, Italy. I'm a building engineer, and I'm based in Dubai, where I run a stone consultancy company. Few of the projects that we have been executing, mainly in Middle East and UAE. So the topic we're going to talk about is related to the way natural stone can be promoted by suppliers in a way that it can be perceived differently compared to the other products that are promoted globally. With the coming of internet and the social media, we have several platforms can be used to promote our materials, but the problem is that as long we have this platform, also our competitors have the same platform. So what's the right way to differentiate ourselves from the competitors and take the advantage of a technique that I'm going to introduce later on. The challenge: how many medias and social media exist nowadays? A lot. And should we be present in all of them? Well, I don't think this is the right question. The right question, the two questions that we have to ask to ourselves are: first, where is my target? Where is your target spending its time? Your clients, your potential clients, in which platform are they spending their time? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Maybe they are not online. Maybe they read specifically magazine, maybe a stone fair. So this is the first question to ask yourself. Definitely after you have defined who is your target. Second, what is your unique marketing message? What is the message that is differentiating yourself? What is the message that makes a statement about who you are, what your company does, and what's your promise to your customer? Unfortunately, what I see around is nothing of this. No focus, multiple messages. So it seems that platform, like personally, I'm in LinkedIn, and every day I receive 3 to 4 messages from different people representing companies, sharing with me information about their product, sometimes not even part of the same industry where I operate, and they expect that this is a way to promote themselves. Well, no, that's not the way, because same way you do that, another hundreds of companies do the same way, and that's not being effective, and it's going to achieve, it's not going to bring any result for you. This is the direct selling, no education. So we try to sell directly to the customers without educating them, which is it's like meeting a girl at the bar and ask her to get married. Of course, you cannot expect that it's going to happen. It's the same with a customer. First, we need to get to know the customer. First, we need to share with them information. First, we need to educate them, and then later on, we can ask to buy. No strategy. When you try to sell your product, sharing general messages in several social medias and marketing channels, you're just hoping to catch a fish without knowing how. If you don't have a strategy, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what's your ultimate purpose, you don't have control. So I'm going to introduce a technique that I've been using and studying for several years, and I applied to my company as well. And it's a technique that not many marketing companies talk about. It's not a channel, but it's a strategy, and it's called brand positioning. Brand positioning is the position that your company or your product has in the customer mind when they think about the market category in which you compete. The target of brand positioning is to make your offer look unique, different from the competitors, and more interesting for a customer. This is an example. Two brands that they compete for the same segment, but they have two completely different targets, and they have two completely different statements. And these statements are perfectly fine because they differentiate themselves. BMW is for a specific target that enjoys driving, and Mercedes is more for a customer that wants to look luxurious, wants a luxury items. So they are completely different targets, and both they work, they have their own segment. What the brand positioning does? The idea behind the brand positioning is that the customers create in their mind a ladder for each product category. The ladder category usually includes 3 brands. If your brand is not in the ladder, you're not a brand. The role of marketing is to help your brand to enter in the ladder, or better, to create your ladder in which you can be in the first position. So all the medias that we get to use, social media, magazine, exhibitions, are our way to communicate a message. And this message is our brand positioning, is the statement about our company. But sometimes, actually majority of the times, the message doesn't exist. So I go to an exhibition, I spend money, and my message is unfocused. So I'm basically not using in an efficient way my resources. Why you need the brand positioning? There are several reasons. Too many information are shared every second in the digital world. Too many products are available to be chosen by the customers. And too many advertising messages or direct messages are sent to the customers. And the brand positioning and the way consumers act is basically acting in our mind. It's important to understand how our mind works because our mind is limited, our mind hates confusion, our mind is insecure, and our mind hates to change. So let's go and see marketing positioning. It's marketing laser. The brand positioning transforms your marketing message in a laser. Less marketing resources you have, more your brand positioning has to be efficient. The idea of the brand positioning can be condensed in one action: differentiate. Our mind doesn't perceive what's better or worse, but definitely perceives what's different. And this is what we need to look for. You need to find what makes your business different from the competitors and more interesting for your customers. The focus needs to be on the competitors, not on the customers. From the concept of brand positioning, it's clear that differently from what the majority of the company does, to focus on the customer, you need to focus on the competitors. And now we're gonna see, I'm gonna share, of course, this is a very vast topic to be discussed. It would take hours and hours, but I put together some ideas of how you can create your own brand positioning. First, evaluate your competitors. Who are them? Conduct a market research that will help you to define the competitive scenario. And what is their brand positioning, if they have one? What is their marketing message? Define what is the position they have in their customer's mind and what is their marketing message. Second, find your differentiation point. Once you understand what's the competitive scenario, at that point you can see what's the space that is left untaken in the market, and you can occupy the space with a new idea. Think about being different, not better. You need to understand if the differentiation point that you are considering is interesting for your customer. You can do this conducting a survey. 3, define your marketing message. Define your brand positioning statement. 100% focus, one message. Define a payoff or a statement for your brand that clearly communicate your positioning to the customer. Clearly say to the customer why you're different compared to your competitors. Use your marketing message everywhere. So this is what you need the social medias, magazine, and Stone Fair for, to communicate the message that you have identified for your company that differentiate yourself from the competitors. All your marketing strategy and communication will evolve around the brand positioning that is the pillar of your company or brand. Now, this can be done for a company or can be done also for a product. If you have a product, you can create a brand positioning for a specific product that is part of your company. I prepared a case study that I like. Do you know this material? Calacatta Borghini. There are a lot of types of Calacatta in Carrara, and Borghini was very smart because he took this material from his own quarry and he created a brand around it. Is this material nicer or better or worse than other material from Carrara? It's unique. That's what matters. He created a unique brand name for his material, Calacatta Borghini. He didn't call him Statuario, he didn't call him Calacatta, he called him Calacatta Borghini. So he gave to the material a specific name. He controlled the positioning of the material with the right commercial strategy. So when you own a quarry, you can decide how to position your market and how to promote it by the channels that you decide to where to commercialize your product. For example, what happens with many material from Greece, some quarries, they open to the Chinese market and they don't sell to any other customer. The quarry is just for Chinese suppliers. They say, my quarry is for Chinese suppliers. We only sell blocks to the Chinese suppliers. You want this material, go and buy it to China. What's the problem with this approach? You have zero control. It's good as long as you have the customers, but the moment the Chinese say, I don't want this material anymore, well, you have no control on your material because you didn't control the way this material was commercialized before. So if they decided to have a specific strategy, now at this point you cannot correct it anymore, so you cannot bring back the value to your material anymore. Or if you want to do that, it's gonna take long time and big investment. So rather start from scratch and decide the right strategy to commercialize the material in a way that, yes, it has to be profitable, but at the same time you keep the control of its reputation. He has a marketing message he has a very simple website. Ogni lastra di marmo è una pagina di storia, which means each slab of marble is a page of history. It's a statement on the web page. So he really did a great job. That's all. So if you have any question. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's the industry needs to understand this point. Now, compared to 20 years ago, there are many more quarries, right? Opening and the market, the internet, the communication, it's easier. So whenever you have a chance to promote your material, use the chance in the right way. Exactly. 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 I get so many messages. I mean, LinkedIn, and people say, "Oh, I have this material. Can you promote it for?" No, why I should promote it? You know, like this is not the way it works. And this, it's sad because at the end it doesn't work because if we do massive direct messages, this it takes a lot of effort, but doesn't generate any result. Maybe you need to send 1,000 messages to get 2-3 messages back. So it's not efficient. Rather educate the client in a proper way with an interesting message, with sharing information about the materials. I don't want to sell the material. I want to tell about some curiosity about it. So that's the starting point, and then slowly the customer will get interest, and then we will get to the point to propose and to sell to them. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.